because I have found that people that are new to midterm renting and or just landlording in general have confidence that they can probably do it themselves, but they're not sure how to get started, and they are also worried that they might make a catastrophic mistake that's going to cost them a lot of money. This package is broken into 3 parts and it includes 6 hours of one-to-one coaching with me. You only work with me. I don't have a team. That's kind of why I keep my rates a little bit elevated. If you book this package, you work directly with me. So the 3 parts of this package are the intake, the setup, and then acquiring the tenant and installing them. So the intake will be me talking to you about your property, talking about the features of the property, and deciding which platform makes the most sense for what you're trying to do. I then will set up your rental on the platform. The only thing that you need to do basically is send me professional photos and I'll get it set up. And as a note, I work nationwide. I'm out of Colorado, but the majority of my clients, probably 80%, are not in Colorado. So that's the intake. I'm collecting the information, I'm getting your professional photos, I'm setting up on the platform. That's the intake. And then some other elements of the setup depend on which platform you're on. So on Airbnb, we're gonna be a lot more focused on pricing and calendaring strategy because there isn't good data with price labs, etc., for midterm rentals yet. And we want to be strategic because in all places, some months are worth more than others, right? So that's our focus on Airbnb. On Zillow and Furnished Finder, we have a different focus, and that comes down more to the leasing and the background checks. Although on Airbnb, to be clear, I will also handle the vetting and the acceptance of your first tenant. Okay, and for the 3rd stage of this package, I will be handling the vetting and the setting of the tenants, meaning that regardless of whether or not you've chosen Airbnb, Furnished Finder, or Zillow, I will set up the platform, I will vet and set your tenant, and I will hang out for the first month. I also will handle all of the communication, and if you're on Zillow or Furnished Finder, you'll be CC'd on every ounce of communication that I have with tenants, and on Airbnb, it'll be co-hosting status, so you'll be able to see it there as well. While I offer recommendations and will tell you, hey, I would take this tenant, or I wouldn't for some reason, I would never accept a tenant without your sign off. And the reason why I offer this package is because I think most people would be good landlords and that their properties will work, but it's a scary thing to get into because it's a lot of money involved, and we've all heard a lot of horror stories. That just hasn't been my experience, but it doesn't mean that it's not still intimidating or that you can't make mistakes that will cost you money. And then